number one. We've stopped in Broken Hill for a feed and a reboot. We've got the kids out into the playground. We've done poo. Yeah, kids have travelled really well so far. But yeah, going okay, enjoying it. Car and van are performing tickety good. Someone's like forced it, so then it's jumped the cog. Alright. Hey guys, Bradley, camping channel. So everyone's inside, keeping out of the heat. But so this first video is really about our first 2 weeks. So a little bit of a recap. So it'll be a little bit more vloggy. We've got some really cool stuff coming up as well. You know, you see lots of families on the road, and I think that you know, sometimes it's really just Instagram, which is no good when you want to think, well, it's great, but when you want to think about real life. So we were 4 hours up the road, not 4 years, and we encountered our first problem. So you would have heard a little snippet before of what had happened, but basically our shitter had broke, the hatch had broke. Haley was yelling at me. One of the kids had done their business and it wouldn't work. So I ended up having to explore the problem, which is okay, except for the fact because the shitter hatch wasn't opening, it was leaking. So we're 4 hours up the road and I am playing in shit water, which is not ideal, not a great way to start. So I ended up having to undo the cog and realign it, so which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but we got the job done and we kept on moving. As we go through, we'll see a bunch of stuff, and then in a little bit we'll highlight what's happened. There's been 3 or 4 things that we've encountered while we're trying to, you know, get used to life on the road, and I reckon Haley will make an appearance later on too.
Myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come 1 in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes, just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours.
Hey guys, so yeah, back again. We just thought we would keep you posted on where we're at. So we shared a little bit earlier about our little toilet mishap. We thought we'd go through a lot, so we've obviously covered a bunch of Ks, and we just, like I said earlier, we're going to keep it really real, and this video is probably going to be a little more vloggy, just to where we're at, and I'll share a little bit about the next steps, or not the next steps, but where we're going. So yeah, we made the mad dash from SA to Queensland. We covered about 2,200 Ks in 4 days, so just over 2,000, so about 500 a day with the kids. Pretty impressed with them. They travelled really well, and that was certainly not without mishaps. So we obviously had our toilet issue, and then we've had a few other things. So sort of the next day after the toilet, so not long before, but we left little Topar Roadhouse. Awesome stop if you are needing an overnighter. We did it in 36 degree heat, which is probably not advisable, but yeah, we left little Topar pretty early, or not pretty early because we all slept in, but early enough, and we're just cruising down the road, so between Broken Hill and Wilcannia, and of course a big road train was coming, dead roo in the middle of the road. I had nowhere to go, so the car has plenty of clearance, and the van's got a fair bit of clearance as well, but it's hit the chains. And so what I think's happened at this stage is the roo's hit the chains, it's rolled over, flipped the leg up, and of course it's hit the rear water tank. But not just the actual main part, it's hit the tap and snapped the tap clean off. Now I didn't actually realise this until about 5 days later, because we were on mains water, we hadn't needed it. So not only has it snapped that off, I reckon it's also hit our vanity plumbing as well. So we got some like flexi pipe and then into some 70mm PVC into the grey water system. And it was only at this point when I noticed, when I was filling up the tanks, and it was coming out like a steady stream, it was a bit of a waterfall, and I was very much like, this is not okay. So a bit of a problem, number one, especially because we were looking to do some off-grid at that stage. And the next morning was when I realised that not only had it done that, it had cracked that drain pipe as well. So we'd used the vanity and whatnot the night before, and obviously a little bit of water, and it had quite a wet patch underneath the Caravan. It jumped under, and she has full cracked around now. In the interim, we're pretty lucky because I managed to do a little bit of a temp fix with some conduit capping, a bunch of marine silicone on the tank for now, and we'll just see how that holds up for a little bit. And the PVC I've managed to duct tape, it hasn't leaked at all, so that's pretty good. So, you know, within a couple of days we'd done that. And the fourth thing was that we've had happen was Hayley wanted to drop. I'm going to throw her under the bus here because she decided that she didn't want to jump on. But she drove from Augathella to Alpha, so just before we went to Capella and Claremont. And instead of following this and nav, we decided we'd follow Apple Maps, it was about 300k shorter, so, you know, it's a no-brainer in my eyes, except for the fact that the road was a goat track, a single lane, bitumen 10k's, dirt 10k's, and poor Hayley with next to no towing experience, on you know, different conditions, hauling ass, and we've managed to probably hit a few bumps and stuff, and it's shaken the press stud from the concertina door, and that come off. We thought we'd got away with it. It's happened once before, and we just, you know, it was all good, but obviously it had happened quite a period before we pulled up, and we've managed to crack that, but nothing terminal. It's probably more cosmetic at the minute, but yeah, so we've had a series of 4 things. The toilet hatch, we've had the water tank, the drain pipe, and the concertina door. Now, touch wood, I'll touch some fake wood, that's the rest of our bad luck for now. We obviously know, you know, travelling full time is going to come with some wear and tear and that kind of thing, but hopefully in the long run we're not banging too much stuff up. And yeah, you know, it hasn't been all smooth sailing. Like I said earlier, you know, Instagram and Facebook and all of those socials have been picture perfect is not what we're about, but yes, we love to show you all the cool stuff we get to see, but I think it's really important for families that are looking to get on the road to know that bad stuff can happen. Not bad stuff, but stuff can happen, and you need to be really aware and plan for that. We definitely didn't plan, but we were lucky enough that we had some alternatives or quick solutions, temporary fixes, until we drop down and see the team at Tango in a couple of weeks, or probably a couple of months now actually. Yeah, so I've got a little bit of a list. So like I said, Hayley is sitting now behind the camera, give me the finger. So done, in the first 2 weeks we've probably done about 2,600 Ks, so we boosted it from Clare. We had a little farewell on the Saturday, left on the Sunday, boosted it from Clare. We stopped at little Topar, and then we went to all Bourke, Mitchell Caravan Park in Bourke, and then up to Augathella. So we stayed at the pub in Augathella, which that was an experience in itself. The only reason why it's been bloody hot up here, we decided, you know, little Topar was off grid, Mitchell Caravan Park, we had power and water, and with the heat and stuff, we just didn't think the kids would survive again overnight. It was meant to be about 35 in Augathella, so we instead of staying at the free camp, we paid to stay on a powered and watered site out the back of the pub. Awesome spot if you're going through. We got super unlucky because we went down, had a feed. I think it was about $30 roughly for the night, and you got a $10 pub voucher. We went down and had a feed and a couple of drinks. Had everything running tickety-boo, and of course a typical Queensland storm rolled through at about 8:30 and cut the power off, which was absolutely no good. We're lucky it cooled down a bit and we managed to open the windows and it helped us, but we'd done all this work to get a powered site and we ended up with no power, so that's the way it goes. But if you're around Augathella, definitely pop in to the pub there. That was a really cool spot. You can stay across the road in their free camp. Otherwise you can, behind the pub, they've got cabins, accommodation, all that kind of stuff. From there, Augathella, we hightailed it yeah, straight up to Capella. So we stopped in at Emerald to do some shopping, and then we spent 3 or 4 days in Capella with friends, which was awesome. The kids really missed a bit of kid-to-kid contact because we've been on the road for sort of 4 days straight. We spent a few days there, just did a few things around there. It was really nice for Hayley. She got to see Hartley. If you don't know much about that, you probably see that on our page somewhere, or if you check out Hayley's page, she's got lots about Hartley and that kind of stuff. And then we went to Claremont to see another one of Hayley's friends, Jess. So we stayed with Maddie and Tom and the kids in Capella, and then Jess and Liam and their kids at Claremont, which is really cool. We managed to go out to Rubyvale and do some the underground mine tour at the Miners Heritage. So definitely, if you're in Central Queensland, I think that's probably better in the cooler months, but especially the fossicking part. But kids managed to get some sapphires and a couple of ruby zircons, not rubies, which is really cool. Millicent froths on gems and gemstones and all that kind of stuff, so she was really, really happy. And then we spent Christmas in Bowen, so you would have seen a little bit on the sort of bits and pieces about Bowen at Horseshoe Bay Resort. Now, we sort of booked this on a whim because sort of the first one that Hayley come across, and it was really nice and really stoked. So we went packed in like sardines. We had a nice little beach view as well, so we're across the Bitumen Road, but it was really cool. The kids really enjoyed it. Managed to swim, there was a pool, all that kind of stuff. We had Christmas there, and for me it was probably my first taste of a Queensland rain. So we had forecast, I think, Christmas Day 1 to 5 mil, and we ended up getting 27 mil in about 80 minutes, so that was pretty cool. Had our own little river frontage underneath our caravan, and for now we boosted it to, we didn't boost it, we cruised up to Townsville and spent, we initially had 4 days, but with the timing of moving and everything, we were a little bit behind, or a little bit out of line with our car scheduled maintenance. So I jumped on the blower to Nissan in Townsville, and they managed to squeeze us in, so we ended up extending our stay at Discovery Parks in Townsville. Same deal as Augathella. This place is awesome. They were so good with the kids. They had kids activities, the water park, swimming pool. The sites were awesome. We had a slab site, but sites are really grassy around that, all level, that kind of thing. So if you're around that area, 100% check it out. We were blown away, like I said, water parks, swimming pool, games room. The staff run activities. They brought an icebox around to the pool for the adults. There was a day there that they brought some beers and hard solos, so that was pretty cool. Just a really inviting place to be, and really convenient out on the Bruce as well. So definitely check that out. So that's Discovery Parks, Townsville. So for us now, I'm actually filming this at Crystal Creek, so it's about an hour north of Townsville, but over the next little bit you'll see we'll have a recap of Crystal Creek itself. So we've been out to Little Crystal Creek, we've been out to the rock slides, we've been out to Wallamna Falls. It's probably one of the most beautiful areas that I've ever seen. The park itself is like its own little secluded tropical paradise, so keep an eye out for that coming up. We are here until the 11th, then we move up to Caravan Beach for a bit, probably spend a week and a half there, and then we're off to Atherton into the Tablelands for about the same before we head to Cairns to see Nanny and Grandpa, so the kids' grandparents, they're coming up, and Hayley and I are actually jumping on a plane for a night to go back to a concert, which would be nice to have a little break. It's almost like a time out for us, adjusting to van life. You know, for families that are really thinking about it, it's awesome, 100%, but it's definitely tough. You know, you're in each other's space, so really juggling that fine line between being around each other but giving each other space. So, you know, Hayley's been for a couple of hikes. I managed to sneak off and play some golf, all while trying to keep the kids sort of going and getting into a solid routine. Has been really challenging, but so enjoyable. So for those that are considering it, I would 100% recommend it, but make sure you try it first. You know, you see heaps of families or people on socials that are like, you know, we did it, never done it before, and they're off on the road. I think that's all well and good, but it can be a little bit confronting as well when, you know, all of a sudden you're within something that's 20 to 25 foot long. If there's 4 or 5 of you, it's not a massive space. You know, we've got 5 in 20.5 foot and a dog, and it's a little bit challenging at times, but you know, we're getting used to it, and we're really enjoying it so far. So it's the last thing for us that I wanted to chat. You probably would have, hopefully you've seen, if you follow us on Instagram, Facebook and TikTok, you would have seen we had some news earlier in the piece. So before we left, we've actually been working on that for quite a while, but we have I don't know whether, if you can see the car, you'd see the branding, but we've been working with Sarah at Tango Caravans and the rest of the Tango team for a little bit on putting something together. So we really wanted to showcase our van and the vans that they produce, because or they sell, because we couldn't be more happier, more stoked. My English is, you'd think being a teacher I'd be able to speak better, but we really wanted to showcase our van. From the day that we picked it up, you know, our colours and everything have been, you know, awesome. We've just been really happy, and yeah, we're really stoked with our van. And so we're working with Tango to basically showcase our van and some of the vans that they produce. So you'll see a little bit of stuff on our socials that is promoting our van. Obviously we've got on the car as well, but we're really thankful for the support that they've provided us, and the support they've provided us over the last little bit, and in helping us grow as a family, and in helping us. You're about to see the little fella. Come here, mate. Franklin, come here. Come, don't touch. So yeah, really thankful. Sorry for the delayed interruption, but really thankful for the support Sarah and Taylor and Olivia have all given us. I told you she'd make an appearance. It's only taken a little bit, but this is Franklin, and he's a bit sick. So we plan to keep doing our thing, and keep working with those guys. If you do have any questions about Tango the van, you know, they've got over 23 manufacturers, but if you do have any questions, make sure you drop us a DM. You can hit us up on email. We got our link tree there, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. We're happy to answer any questions. We did do a little bit of a Q&A earlier on our Insta, but yeah, make sure you reach out. We're happy to answer, and if we can't, we'll put you onto someone at Tango, and they'll definitely be able to help you out and answer any questions you've got, for sure. And that's it for now. So yeah, like I said, a little bit more vloggy. We'll have, for us coming up next, you'll see on the tube, you'll see our highlights from Crystal Creek and Paluma Range National Park, Wallaman Falls. So keep an eye out for that. But if you spent the last little bit watching, thanks. Hit us up if you've got any questions. If you're not sure where we're at, what we're doing, how we're going, that kind of stuff, just make sure you reach out. We're more than happy to chat. And yeah, make sure you check us out on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and if you're not already, make sure you subscribe to our channel. That'd be really appreciated. And yeah, look out for what we're up to over the next 12 months.